Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Tales of Gracie's F. On the last episode, we took our time exploring Greyside, and then we went to Duke Dallon's mansion, which is, or, well, I should say manor, it's not really a mansion, which is right behind me, and then we strategized our plan of attack in order to take down Cedric's forces. But before we commence with the operation, now that we can go into Duke Dallon's manor, I figured it would be ample opportunity for us to explore and take a look around, because we've only seen it in cutscene form. And there is plenty for us to see here. This is where we did our operation. Oh, memories. It was like it was just yesterday or something. The bells in this city make a beautiful sound unlike any other bells in the world. Isn't it wonderful? Yes, I do remember hearing those bells when we found a new discovery. They were indeed quite beautiful. Let's see, the number of high roads that surrounded the lake. Is this the key to that chest? I believe it is, Richard. And thankfully, I remember the answer to this puzzle, if you could even call it that. I believe it's 4. Man, what a shitty password. It wasn't even one word. It was one character. It was one number. Like, you don't want to put a few more numbers in there just to make it a bit more complicated? Well, whatever. If Duke Dallon doesn't want to keep his crap in line, then that's not my business. Book of Wealth, a spell book that provides extra gold at the end of combat. Fill those pockets, kids. You know what? I'm going to equip that. I like the sound of that. You may have noticed that I was actually trying to make rings in order to sell them off and make some money, but now, instead, I can do this. Haha! Now I'll be rolling in the dough. I will be funding my new kingdom yet. But I can still sell off those rings. You know what? I mentioned it earlier about Duke Dallon's crap. I should really stop talking about people's belongings like that. It's very rude. Duke Dallon has a great deal of affection for Richard. Well, I will take your word on that, man. I mean, he hasn't failed me yet, so I'm willing to trust you in that regard. But yeah, I should probably stop saying, yeah, just this person's shit. I should just say their knickknacks or something. It's a little bit more nicer. What have you got for me, maid? Ah, you found me, didn't you? Here in my special place. My Carter corner, if you will. Did you say Carter? Yes, I am she who obsessively counts the cards. Night after night. I am the magic Carter maid. One Carter card. Two Carter cards. Three Carter cards. Look, don't tell Duke Dallon, okay? Here, I'll give you my duplicate cards. You don't need to sound so... Oh, okay, thank you. That's very kind of you. Oh, jeez. I'll be sure not to tell him. You seem very stressed out about your hobby. Man, I'm kind of... It's kind of sick that my mind keeps on going to those places, but, I'm wondering what she's doing with those cards. In her special place. Anyway, hello, Crab. You're mine now. Yeah, you can just take a crab off this beach, this little mini beach right here, and we're just going to take him away from his loved ones and his home, because he has a purpose to fulfill, and by God, he's going to do it. And then over on the right side of the beach, we got a new discovery. Message in a bottle. And of course, a new skit as well.
A letter in a bottle? Is this the work of a child?
How so?
This is Lake Grail, not a river to the open sea. A bottle like this wouldn't reach a foreign land.
Interesting. I never knew that. Wait, does that make me a child as well?
Sorry about that. I suppose it did sound a little bit condescending, huh?
Just a little.
Hey, Asbel?
What is it, Sophie? Did you want to ask Richard something?
No. It was nothing.
Too close, you two! Step away!
What are you insinuating?
Man, Pascal was going super hard with that fanfiction group, and she's dumping on us. I mean, more power to you, girl, but, I think your imagination is going a little bit too far with that one. Maybe it's just me. I mean, they could be a couple if they wanted to. You don't need to judge. Well, whatever. We're done with Grailside. Let's commence with the operation, shall we? I'm going to meet you guys at the front. And here we are. It's time that we begin our mission. But before that, one more distraction.
So the entrance to the ruins was... let's see. Where was it exactly?
You go east all the way down to the end of this road. It's where we saw Sophie's illusion, remember?
It was just before Walbridge, correct? I recall the entrance being in a thicket to the right.
See? Richard's all smart. Try not to forget next time, Asbel.
I hadn't forgotten the first time.
Come on, let's just go. No need to get sulky now.
I wasn't sulky either.
Man, you're not really making a good case for yourself, Asbel. Maybe you are a child. I'm just teasing. Right, so, as we make our way to the Walbridge ruins, there's this route, which I didn't show before because I went over to the left. Hey, what have you guys got to say? Is it true that Prince Richard has decided to take a stand? I don't know. Why don't you ask the guy, considering he's right in front of you? Do you not know your royalty, good sir? Look at me. Look at me in my royal cape. You must know what Richard looks like. It's pretty hard to miss him. What about you? I wonder if this country's going to be alright. Well, it will be once I take over from Cedric. The army from Grailside? They went east from here. I know where my own army is, good sirs. You know what? You're all useless. I'm just going to leave you to your weird companionship you've got going. A mercenary and an old dude and a traveler all walking together. Sounds like the beginning to a bad joke. Anyway, as I was trying to say before I interrupted myself, I decided that it would be a good idea to do a little brief recap of what's going on because it can be a little bit hard to follow if you like don't know the story or you haven't been paying attention or whatnot. And you know what? That's okay because sometimes it can get a little bit overwhelming. So basically, in terms of the political story, Asbel was going to take over from his late father as Lord of Lant. However, that got taken over by Hubert, who is the lieutenant for Strada. And Lant has been fighting against a group of people called the Fendolians for quite a while now. Now, Strada wants to take over Lant because it is a strategic location where they have Creus mines. And those Creus mines are supplied to Windor. However, Strada and Windor have a temporary alliance, or an agreement of some kind, because the new ruler, Cedric, who poisoned the previous ruler, Richard's dad, who was his brother, is now calling the shots, and now we, following Richard, are going to take down Cedric because we don't like him, and we are the rightful heir to the throne. You got that? Well, I hope so, because I'm not explaining it again. Right, so, before we go into battle, I'm going to do all of my dualizing and stuff, so I hope you guys don't mind me doing this on camera for a little bit, because I want my book of swiftness, damn it. And this will be a good chance to finally get that white blouse for Pascal. And do I need any other... Oh, I could get a steel tunic for Asbel. You know what? I'm going for it. And then with the rest of my money... What can I jewelize? Oh, something with my overgrown cocktail dress. Huh. I mean, it's pretty, but will it help us out in combat? You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna live a little. There we go. Got a new cocktail dress. I'm sure Pascal looks very elegant in it. And the other thing that I need to do is take that crab and then fuse it with an egg in order to make crablets. And yes, this is something that's going to be important for later on. I'm not doing this just for the hell of it on camera. Now, with that done, while I do this last dualize on camera because it's something new, got croquets, I'm going to do all of my other dualizing and stuff off screen, and I'll show you guys the fruits of my labor. So, be back in a sec. Alright, all my dualizing and stuff is done, so, and this is what my party is looking like right now. I basically equipped everyone with pretty damn good gems, at least for this point in the game. Like rescue defense, so I get a 12%, I believe it was. Yes, a 12% chance of recovery when I'm near death, since I'm very reckless when I play as Asbel. I feel like that was appropriate. I got evade attack for Richard, I got defense for Sophie, I'm just turning her into a tank, and I got mind for Pascal because I like her doing that damage. I've always been a fan of gems in this game, a lot more than like paralysis charms or anything like that. It's just a personal preference type of deal. Anyway, to Walbridge Ruins, which was conveniently hid behind a tree. Almost missed it. Alright, this is the place.
So there's the illusion of the girl and then Lambda. Could that mean that Lambda...
Are you thinking about something?
I'm wondering about this Lambda thing that was in the records.
I'd like to know too.
Maybe touching you will help us figure it out.
Really? I guess we could try.
Don't listen to her. She's lying, Sophie.
Nothing so far.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm touching me.
She found a loophole to my logic.
Aha, she's learning. I knew this would happen eventually. Take that, Pascal. Your feminine wiles are no longer going to work on her. Also, another skip.
There should be a device here that lets us exit from the ruins into Walbridge above us.
Okay, let's go find it.
Wow, that was the shortest and most concise one yet. I believe if we go west from here, that is the way to get to Walbridge. However, no, wait, hang on. I don't want to go that way. That's the way that I was before. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to go with the objective, and I'm not going to bother about all that other stuff, because I don't want to get lost in here, and we got things that we need to do.
Before we enter Walbridge, let's go over the plan one more time. Walbridge is divided into northern and southern sections, each with a bridge that operates independently. Our ultimate goal is to lower the south bridge and open the gate there. However, if we can raise the north bridge, it will cut off my uncle's reinforcements. I'd like to deal with both bridges while we're there. Once we're inside, our first priority will be to raise the north bridge. After my uncle's forces are cut off, we'll proceed to lower the south bridge. Understood? Good. Pascal, if you would be so kind as to activate the device.
Right, so got it. Northern bridge, take out dudes, southern bridge, and then do everything else in between. Alright. Okay, this is a plan. I can do this.
Sure, I'll just give it the old chunk, and then BAM! Easy peasy, nice and breezy.
Pascal, I swear one of these days I'll be able to translate what you're saying. This is so interesting to listen to. Wonder if she has her own dictionary. It'd be very useful for translations and junk.
Are we inside Walbridge?
Certainly looks like it. There's the equipment over by the side.
Yes, and we are likely surrounded by my uncle's men, so we should move with purpose. Let's make for the mechanism that controls the north bridge.
Alright, let's do this. So, now we're in actual Walbridge rather than just the ruins located underneath Walbridge. This is another dungeon where if you don't know what you're doing or where you need to go, you can get lost very easily, and I certainly got lost my first time playing through this area. Now, I prepared for this with a little map, just so I don't waste everyone's time, because that's something I don't want to do. Ooh, elven cloak. Cloak woven by a race that live in the woods. When worn, it makes your body as light as wind. Wait, so elves are canon in Tales of Gracie's Land? Huh, go figure. But, yeah. I hope you guys don't mind me doing that, because, I don't want to get lost in here, because I know that's a thing that could possibly happen. My sense of direction's usually pretty good, but, I just needed to have a brief overview of where the towers were, because, and I'm glad I did, because originally I thought there were only 6 towers, but I was wrong. There are 8. So, dodged a bullet with that one. So, we start in the bottom left-hand corner, so to speak. and we need to make our way over few towers to the north. Alright, what we got? We got Royal Soldier, Royal Bowman, and Royal Sergeant. Huh, seems like you got all your bases covered. We're definitely a lot stronger than regular grunt soldiers.
That one was for the lady next door.
How about you? Alright, sweet. Man, just have a Pegasus Knight and a Wyvern, and then you can have a whole Fire Emblem team. Okay, I need to mention this, because I feel like mentioning it. I am very excited for the next Fire Emblem, the one on the Nintendo Switch, because... I don't know, like, there are so many things that they're doing with that game which just really appeal to me. Like, the main things that I can think of is... hang on, very quickly, I'm just going to activate this lever. Yes, the lever for the North Bridge. Let's do that. And hopefully they won't notice that we did that.
Sweet! The North Bridge is up!
So far, so good. Now we just have to activate the South Bridge.
Once it's lowered, we can open the gate. But the control room for the gate is locked, and the key is in the central tower. Let's go there first.
Central Tower. Got it. But, as I was saying, they're doing a lot of things to, like, improve, like, support conversations from the looks of it, and now when you have actual units, they have, like, a regiment behind them, rather than it just being a single unit. So, for example, if you got a bowman, there's, like, 40 bowmen behind them, and they're able to do that because the 3DS before didn't have the technology to do that, and now they're developing for a main console. And it just works out very nicely. I know they tried to do it a little bit with Fire Emblem Fates. With having, like, more of an army aesthetic, but they couldn't quite do it due to hardware limitations. Anyway, new discovery, a 300-year-old barrel. Man, that thing can probably hold your alcohol, if you're into that.
Ew, this barrel totally reeks of mold.
It's probably hundreds of years old.
Speaking of ancient things, the knights seem to have merged with my uncle's forces.
Wait, what?
When the first stage of Windor's emergency defense measures are ordered, control of the armies passes to the Knight Command.
Oh, I get it. Wait, no I don't. So what's going on now?
In short, the entirety of Windor's military is preparing to engage me in all-out war. It's been hundreds of years since we raised a force of that size. Asbel, will you fight?
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't afraid. But it's not enough to hold me back from what I believe in. There's nothing to worry about, Richard. I will fight by your side.
I'm relying on you.
Well, I mean, I've been doing a lot of fighting for you so far, so no reason to stop now. I'm in this deep. There's no getting out. Right, so, I don't want to mess this up. I remember getting into the center tower is a little bit weird, because you would think that you would enter from the north or south, but I don't believe that's the case. I believe you have to enter in from the... either the left or the right? I can't remember exactly. I'm going to do a clockwise motion to cover all of my bases with this tower. Also, to take on as many soldiers as I possibly can. Whew, no sweat. Man, I'm kind of glad to know that my biggest threat is, ooh, Darkshine Crystal, that sounds enticing. But, I'm glad to know that my biggest threat is, not so much the soldiers and enemies in the area, it's more just my navigation skills, which is pretty good so far, don't want to jinx it. Doesn't help that you guys keep on interrupting, though. And another one bites the dust.
Be careful, everyone.
Ah, damn it. More soldiers. Ooh, actually, hang on. I believe... yeah, Richard has a new art which I haven't done yet, so screw it. I'm taking this opportunity to show it off. Wow, that's both flashy and powerful, but not at the same time. It was very quick. I know it's not like a big mystic art or anything, but it was definitely very useful. Also, keep on upgrading Sophie's moves. I appreciate that. Alright, so we're as far north as we can go. So if we go down here, I think... Yes, this. A Book of Talent, a spellbook that provides 3% extra SP. It may not sound like much, but it adds up. Oh, I am equipping that right now. You cannot stop me. That is very, very helpful. I don't really need to try and make a hyperdense crystal. I just sort of put that on the off chance that it could help. I kind of want to put on my Book of Swiftness too, but should I start making common metals? I've got quite a few now. Let's try Whirling Seashell. Sure, why not? I've got enough food getting made, so I'm happy about that. I might switch to food in case I need to. However, before we do anything else, I believe down here, if we go down, there might be some more treasure chests, because I want to get as many as I can before continuing on with the main objective. Hey, seems like I was right. We found 285 units of Elif. Might as well pick that up. Also, what are you doing down here? We turtleses don't like to take sizes, yeah, but we'll sell you everything you need before you go heading into battle, don't you know? That was the worst attempt of a Canadian accent I've ever done. It sort of started turning into freaking... Oh, crap. What's that Sesame Street? What's that Sesame Street character called? You know, the one that's like, hey, Bert. How you doing, Bert? I can't remember his name. It's such a weird reference to make, but that's what it reminded me of a little bit. Let's see. Is there anything in here? Nope. Okay. I think I'm making good with getting all the treasure that I need to. I got the important ones and the discovery, so that's great. So now, if we head on up, we can go to the entrance of the main central tower. Alright, cool. Right here. Please let me be on the right side. And it seems like it was, before getting interrupted. Oof, took care of those fools. Alright, let's go into the center tower and find this key.
Look, the key. Once we have this...
Someone's here.
What? Richard! Richard!
Oh no!
I did it! I did it! I killed the prince!
Sophie! Pascal! Grab him! He'll call reinforcements! Come on. Just hang in there. Stay with me. Huh? Richard?
You filth.
Richard?
How dare you? You filthy scum! You'll pay for what you did to me. You'll suffer like no other.
Richard, stop! That's enough!
It's not enough. It'll never be enough.
It's nothing compared to the pain that I feel!
No, Richard! Stop it right now!
How dare you order me!
Richard.
What? Wait. I'm sorry, Asbel. I didn't mean to say that.
Are you okay? Is it your chest?
It'll be okay. Let's just hurry to the South Bridge. We have the key now.
Yeah, okay, but what about your wound?
I'm all right. He barely struck me. It's nothing to worry about.
Nothing? But I saw how deep it was.
He's right. He actually looks just fine.
He was bleeding like crazy.
All right, that's enough, Asbel. Open the gate already.
Right. Got it.
Well, that was a thing that just happened. But we got the keys, so we can progress. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that Richard is very stressed about his situation right now. I mean, performing and overthrowing a monarchy, even if it's a fake monarchy, is still, you know, pretty stressful. At least that's the excuse I'm going with. We got a new titanium scabbard for Asbel, though, so that will help him out in battle. Alright, let's continue forth. We still got one more lever that we need to pull, and we can do it by going into this tower, I believe. Right, down we go. Please tell me that I'm right. I believe it's all the way down at the bottom. Come on, come on, come on. I got this. Yes! Yes! Ha ha ha! Suck it! Take that, you oversized fortress bridge!
All right, the South Bridge is down.
And that means that we've done our two main objectives. Alright, up we go again. Because we're not done yet. We still have one more place that we need to go. And we could probably go there by exiting south through this tower. Oh, isn't this cute? They still think they can stop us.
Pascal, what's an airhead?
Someone who's so smart they can control air with their mind.
Wow, you're amazing.
And she's back to telling lies to Sophie. Damn it, Pascal, you're a bad influence around her. In fact, why do we let you stay around her? Ah, jeez. Oh, man. But at least we got a save point. And we got a character skit. And you know what? This is where we're going to end off the episode. Because things are about to get dicey. So, if you enjoyed this somewhat, I'm not going to lie, surprising trek through Walbridge, because that was way smoother than I expected it to go, then yeah, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that fun junk. And next time, we'll go over to the last two towers that we need to go to, and then continue on with the operation from there. So, I'll leave you with this character skit. See you guys next time.
Richard, are you wounded?
No. Just frightened is all. Whether they're traitors or not, I'm still raising arms against my own people. It pains me to think of it.
You don't need to suffer like this, Richard. All of your fear and doubt, let me bear it for you. That's why I'm by your side, after all. I need you to keep on. That's the only way I can be saved.
How will that save you?
Being your sword is a kind of salvation. I don't have a place in this world, but your hope gives me hope.
In that case, Asbel, Let's continue on.
You got it.
I hope you truly feel like this is your place where you belong, Asbel. Because I understand it's rough for you right now. And it's also rough for Richard. People can understand each other with shared pain. Let's just hope one isn't greater than another.